on Yackin Wit Yoni. We're going to preview NBA and NFL playoff weekend, as well as a new edition of Yanni's Take and the answer to the question of the week. That's all right now on Yackin Wit Yoni. January the 4th edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yanishadas. Let's kick this thing off with previewing NBA weekend, which begins tonight. First, tonight both Bulls and Bucks are in action. First, the Bulls will be in action against their rival in the Eastern Conference, Miami Heat, at the American Airlines Arena in Miami. This is going to be an interesting game because I think the Bulls need to try to prove themselves. They've struggled. They've beat teams like the Knicks, but then struggle against teams like the Charlotte Bobcats. This is going to be a good matchup. The one key factor in this game is that Derrick Rose is obviously out, so that's going to hurt the Bulls. But LeBron James did not practice yesterday. He is hoping to be in the game today. So at time of taping, we're not 100% sure whether he's going to be in the game tonight or if he's going to be out. If he's out, kind of evens the playing field up a little bit. If not, it's going to be a hard game for the Bulls to play, but I think that the Bulls play with their heart and play with their passion, and Joakim Noah, I believe, will be back with battling with flu-like symptoms, was out the other night in Orlando, so I think the Bulls need, if they're healthy, minus Derrick Rose, and if Derrick Rose is on the bench, because I did get that confirmed by ESPN, that is happening, that he is going to start traveling with the team on the road. I think it should be big for the Bulls, and they need a victory. This would be big. I think this would boost the confidence of the Bulls and the Bulls fans. Do both fans expect to win this game without Derrick Rose? I don't think so. But that will be an interesting game at the least. That one will be on at 7 o'clock on WCIU for Chicago and ESPN out of Illinois. But that is going to be a game where, like I said, the Bulls need to prove themselves. And we'll see if they'll be able to do it. I think it'll be a battle of the big guys. Hopefully Noah and Boozer. I continue to say that all the time. Boozer, if you can have a game like you did the other night, it should be good. Bucks will host the Rockets tonight. The Rockets who face the Bulls on Christmas. This one will be at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. It's going to be a good game. I think right now when you look at the Bucks had a bad experience with the San Antonio Spurs the other night. Now they need to try to get it up, try to build that momentum. And I think after that game they need to step up. Their two big guys need to step up at once. It seems like now one's having a good game, one's not. When you look at Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis. Both have struggled, but both are playing good. Brandon Jennings is going to get a chance to guard Jeremy Lin. Monte Ellis is going to get to guard James Harden. I think it might be a battle of shooters, and you might see another game where this one might be more back and forth, back and forth. You got to look at the former Bull, Amaris Sheik. He's a guy that can really dominate the basketball with the rebounds. Not much of a shooter, not much of a scorer. But I think this is going to be a game where the Bucks, after what happened to them in San Antonio in Milwaukee, they want to get a chance to prove themselves against the Houston Rockets. They have that opportunity to do it. I think they have a good chance to do it. But whoever scores more out of the combos of Jeremy Lin and James Harden, the Rockets, to the Bucks, Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis, I think will pull out the victory here tonight. That game will be on at 7:30 on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Then the only other game will be tomorrow night. Bucks will be in Indianapolis, the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis to take on the Pacers. Pacers are a team right now, they don't have their full team yet. They don't have Danny Granger back, so they're not a complete team. So I think that's when you're going to see this team really start to play better basketball. Right now you can't see that because they're not playing it. But I still think they have a very good team, with Tyler Hansbrough being one of the young guys. But you got Paul George, who's really been leading this team. And also you got Roy Hibbert. So them are the guys you have to watch out for. The Bucks, on the other hand, don't have a big guy. So I think Roy Hibbert could have a big factor in this game. I always point out the big guys against the Bucks because the Bucks really haven't improved much. Larry Sanders he's been able to block a lot of shots. So, I mean, he has that chance as well. So I think you're going to see a lot of opportunities from these teams. But I think what the Bucks need to do is, once again, this is one of the teams that the Bucks might be able to outshoot. And Monte Ellis, if they can get on the same page, if they can do it tonight, and they can do it tomorrow night against Indianapolis, big chance for the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think they have a great chance to do that against the Indiana Pacers. Again, they take advantage of this, because this team might get hot once Danny Granger comes back. And now that he's not in there because he's hurt, I think the Bucks have a chance. This should be a good game. That one will be on at 7 or 6 o'clock on Fox Sports Wisconsin tomorrow night. We are on Facebook. You can like us, message us, and much more. That is Yackin Wit Yoni on its home of Facebook. Now it is time to preview NFL weekend. We'll just preview right now the local game, then as the Packers versus the Vikings. Tomorrow night, Lambeau Field, I believe it is at 6 o'clock, 5, 6, 7 on NBC. And what a game it's going to be. I think these two teams just met up this past week, but everyone's saying, oh, well, the Vikings just won. Well, I don't think the Packers put 100% effort in that game. They knew they were already in. And I think the Packers have a tough road, but I think winning this game at Lambeau, they'd be able to dominate. So I think they have a great chance to do this. But the thing is, Adrian Peterson's still Adrian Peterson. But the fact of the matter is the Vikings, you can say, oh, they're from Minnesota. They don't play their home games outside. I don't think they're 100% used to the cold. And again, that game last week, oh, Adrian Peterson ran down him. That one was in Minnesota with the dome. You're in Lambeau Field with probably the craziest fans, the diehardest fans in football. I think it's going to be a big game. I don't think the Vikings are going to be able to come out and really prove much. Christian Ponder, first time doing this. Aaron Rodgers, he already has a Super Bowl. So I think you're going to see a tale of two different quarterbacks. Is going to be the difference in this game. Can the Packers stop Adrian Peterson? Because they really don't have a passing game to the Vikings. But if Adrian Peterson has that game, then I think they do have a chance to win this game. But I'm thinking the Packers, if they're getting everyone healthy, Charles Woodson clear to play, you're going to see a very good game by the Green Bay Packers. And again, they have a tough road where they have to play possibly their next two on the road if they can get past the Vikings. So we'll see what happens. That game will be on NBC following the first game of the doubleheader, so I'm guessing around 6 or 7 o'clock. But I think Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback factor, may be the big thing in this game. Where's the one place to watch all Yackin Wit Yoni programming? It is our home of YouTube. You can watch all episodes, plus the best of it every week, but we don't do that anymore. That's Yackin Wit Yoni at its home of YouTube. Now it is time, if I can find my sheet here, to answer the question of the week. No one answered it. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. But I'm going to give you my New Year's resolution. And my New Year's resolution for 2013 is to make Yackin Wit Yoni all it can be. If I start seeing that this ain't going anywhere, then I'll stop it. But the fact of the matter is I got to get out there promoting. I got flyers. I haven't really done much. Part of that's on my bad. I promote it as much as I can on Facebook. But I think I got to get some sponsors. So I'm hoping to get some sponsors, as well as hopefully get this show up and running and really get more than one view per episode. But that is my New Year's resolution. No one else gave me anything. The top one mainly, and they showed this on New Year's Rockin' Eve, on New Year's Eve, is that the biggest New Year's resolution is, of course, losing weight. That is the question of the week. Now, to announce the new question of the week for next week for January. What is that? As I look at my calendar, that would be January 7th through the 11th. And that would be, which non-local team has the best chance to win the Super Bowl? Besides the Packers, Vikings included, who is the best non-local, besides the Packers, that can win can win the Super Bowl? You can message us and all that, but that is the new question of the week. Every week I'll have a question and put it on Facebook, Twitter, and our website. We want you, the people's feedback. I'll read them the following Friday. You can also email them to yackinwitYoni@yahoo.com. That is the question of the week. Again, what non-local team, besides the Packers, has a chance to win the Super Bowl? Let me know. Okay, now it's time for playoff predictions. And I have all my playoff predictions for the NFC, AFC. We're going to go through these right now because we got a lot of things. Still got a couple things to get to. So, a wild card weekend for AFC, I got Texans over Bengals and Colts over the Ravens. That's my upset. NFC wild card, I got Packers over Vikings and Seahawks over Redskins. That's the upset in there. AFC divisional round, I'm going to have Colts losing to the Broncos in Denver and Patriots over Texans. The NFC divisional round, Falcons over Seahawks, Niners over Packers. AFC Championship, Broncos and Patriots in Denver I have. Broncos over the Pats. NFC Championship, Falcons hosting the Niners. I got the Niners. Super Bowl, Niners, Broncos. Broncos are going to prevail. So I got Broncos as your Super Bowl champions for this year. I'll continue to get that updated. My upset, I'm worried about Indianapolis. I was confident about that pick. Not so much anymore. But I got the Broncos over the Niners in the Super Bowl. I guess that's all that counts as long as them teams get there. I think the Packers will make it out of the first round. But I think they will lose to San Francisco next week. Okay, here, where are we? Yackin Wit Yoni's on top of it when it comes to social media. That includes Twitter, where you can get active with the show, so don't forget to follow Yackin Wit Yoni on Twitter. Usually we open up the show, we've opened up the last week, the abbreviated weeks, with Yanni's Take. But today, I'm finishing with Yanni's Take in one of my final segments because today's edition is about you, the fans. You, the people, I should say, because I don't have many fans. But I got bullet points to talk about what I'm talking about when it comes to this. First, heart and soul into the show. I put my lifeblood, pretty much my lifeblood into this show. Between editing, getting information, watching the games to give you an analysis as best as I can. I do all of that. Like I said, when I'm not working, I'm usually focusing on my show because this is my passion to talk sports to you, the people. But again, I put everything I have into this show. Don't get anything back. Second one, nothing in return is leading to that. No feedback. I don't get any. I tell you, if you people don't like the show, give me something. Then just tell me I should be off the air. Just some kind of feedback from you, the people on Facebook. No likes. Don't get any likes. I get thumbs down. I get dislikes when Katie's not on. That ain't a fair thing because talk about sports final and views. I don't get any. Barely no one watches it. I try to make it less so you guys can actually watch it because I know people don't like sitting there watching me for 15 minutes. But I don't get any of that from you, the people. I don't get no feedback, likes, or views. Next one, sponsorship lingering still. After whatever happened with Sports Authority, I thought I'd have at least the support of the people to still watch my show, and I'm not getting that. Everything that happened, I'm still lingering from that. That still hurts very much of what happened to me, being offered all that to be taken away. You saw my Yanni's take on that. But besides that, everything that's hurt with everything with that, and it just seems like I've got that's still hurting me, and now just no one watching the show, that makes it worse. That I have the support of you guys, I haven't had anything. Next one, don't base the show on thoughts of me. People do have bad thoughts of me because yes, I'm a hothead, yes, I'm angry. It's part of who I am. I really can't change that. I tell people all the time what I put on Facebook. Don't base the show on how you reflect on me. I give you sports analysis, I tell you sports stuff. That's what I'm here for. If it's not against me, I have haters, so be it. That's what life's about. But don't base my show on the way you feel about me. Well, if you're a sports fan and a real sports fan, watch it, because not many shows. You go on, not many shows are going to talk about Chicago and Wisconsin. So there. Take that. And finally, not going to beg. I'm not going to beg for people to watch my show, but just give me a chance. Like I said, I put my heart into this show between editing and between everything, the segments I put on this show. I do it for the people, and they get nothing in return. It hurts. But it just sucks because I don't get anything out of any of you. So I wish a little bit of respect out of you people just to watch my show. I know people have busy lives. I try to keep them short, but what can I do when it's a 3-episode week? So that is my newest edition of Yanni's Take, and I hope you guys watch. Do you want to sponsor Yackin Wit Yoni? Email us at yackinwityoni@yahoo.com and we will work it out. That's my New Year's resolution, to get a sponsor. Finally, it's time for predictions! Predictions for this week. So far, I am 2-0. I'm searching for a pen, and I do not see one. And so I'm going to just have to wing this. Usually I have 15 pens up in here, and I don't see a one. So I apologize. And now let's kick it off with Bulls Heat tonight. I'm going to go Heat. Bucks Rockets, I'm going to go Rockets. Bucks Pacers, I'm going to go Bucks. And Packers Vikings, I'm going to go Packers. That is the predictions for this week. I got Heat, Rockets, Bucks, Packers over the weekend. That's going to wrap it up for this January the 3rd edition, or January the 4th edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. We'll be back to our full week next week. Monday we'll be back here in Yanni's. This will be officially pretty much our man cave now. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Ryan Adashana saying this is and forever will be one guy, one show, Nuff said.